Good morning, welcome back to Stony Creek Farm. This week it's all about the front paddock and using the Yeomansplow. It took about a week to do in total from the time I mowed it, surveyed it and marked on the ground where the contours ran, and then ran this bad boy around the paddock, the Yeomansplow. This is a great invention of PA Yeoman. And we were lucky enough to pick this one up second hand. I've fixed it up a fair bit. It was fairly rough. All the coulters were rusted out, and I had to have the boots on it hard faced, welded, because we're very granite soil here and it wears it out fairly quick. But hopefully you enjoy today's episode, because I've learnt a lot more about using the Yeomansplow. I've only used it a couple of times, but you can watch as many YouTubes and read as much as you want, but until you actually get down and do it, you don't really know what you're doing. So we've seen some great results in the home paddock and the back paddock from using the Yeomans, and I'll use it again this year on the back paddock, and we'll let you know how it comes up. So hope you have a good day, and see you next time. After the rainfall that we've had about 70 mil in 3 days, and it's softened up the ground a fair bit, and it's time to come out and do a bit more key lining before the winter sets in and I can sow some seed in the key lines and get this front paddock contour ploughed. And I've been going along with a laser, marking out all the contours just with a cross on the ground with alternate colours and getting the contour. Hopefully I can see them from the tractor, otherwise I'll just have to come down with some step-in posts and put them around. But I'll wander down the bottom of this where I've marked so far. And this is part of our regeneration of the soil. It's pretty compacted, and there's a fair bit of love grass in here, which I don't want to poison. I want to try and out-compete it, so it's a matter of trying to build up the humus in the soil and stop the deluge coming down, like the water just coming across the landscape. So I've got a big catchment in behind there, as you can see, and we run down to the creek, and I've put in 2 dams across here which are leaking, so which is another thing I've got to fix. But I just want to get this paddock marked out, so when I get a spare chance I can put the plough on and come out and do a couple of hours each day and start getting it ploughed while I've still got a bit of moisture in the ground, and I can get the tines into the ground. Takes a fair bit of work. It's a walking pace that you got to run the plough, but I'll do a video once I get the plough on and get it running. So the other paddocks I just sort of gauged by sight, because there weren't many ridges and distinct ridges and valleys, whereas in here you can see I've got a ridge running down there into a valley, so it's just a matter of marking out the contour and then running the plough to suit. I've had some good results in the back paddock and in the home paddock where I did, so hopefully we can get some work done in this paddock, because it's quite a big paddock. I think it's about 9 hectares, so which I want to subdivide into 2 using the dams as a central line, with the trees in the middle, and then with a couple of other trees dotted around the paddock just for shelter and shade. So this will be a handy paddock.
Yeomans at work. Well, Ronnie So now the ploughing's done, we're sowing some seed in the plough lines. Just by hand, just walking along, gently sowing some seeds.
Nice way to spend the evening.
It is. What sort of seeds?
Well, there's about 9 different varieties. There's 3 different clovers. There's, oh gosh, cowpeas. There's the brassicas, cocksfoot, paspalum, ryegrass, and a couple of other ones that I can't remember. So chicory, all sorts of things. Things that'll come up now and grow through the winter, and then some of them will stay in the paddock and others will die out. But it's mainly about getting roots in the ground, different species. This hill here is predominantly kangaroo grass and love grass wherever it's popped up. So it'd be good to get some different species in here.
Yeah. We'll keep going. And this is how it goes in the plough lines. Seeding into the plough lines. A nice evening walk.
So this is exciting. This is Friday morning. It was Sunday last week that we finished sowing some seed in the Yeoman plough lines, and if you look closely you can see some germination happening in the lines. So it's exciting to see. So we are starting to cool down, so the germination will be slow, or the growth will be slow, but it's nice to see that they're coming up. As you can see, it's a little bit chilly this morning. It's 5 degrees, and so we've got beanies on, but my little gnome there, she's got gloves on as well. As you can see, that's the front paddock that we've just finished Yeoman plough with. And this is the next paddock that I've got to do, and you can see how long the grass is. So I've got to mow this paddock because the Yeoman doesn't run very well through long grass like this, and then we'll do the same as we did in the front. I'll survey it and determine where the key point is, and then survey it from there and run the plough along and then sow some seed. So we're pretty excited that the front paddock has now started to germinate. But we'll end it here. I hope you guys have had a good week, and we'll see you next week on the farm. Bye.